Hi, I'm Arinoth, and I'm playing Twice Lived, the Hamid Get of Fenris Philodoth.
Hi, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing Junkyard-Bitch, the Hamid Bodnar Theurge.
Hi, I'm Bookkeeper, and I'm playing Charley Fang-Banger, the Hamid Glasswalker Galliard.
Hi, I'm Gavin Cash, and I'm playing Eyes in the Dark, a Metis Shadow Lord Arun.
Hi, I'm Psycheshire, and I'm playing Shadow Sprinter, the Hamid Silent Strider Ragabash.
Hi, I'm Storyteller Vironz. Last we left off, you guys had taken out some of the vampires and a worm elemental called a Balefire bottom of the Succubus Club, and you guys then left the club. You waited around for a bit for the rest of your pack, and then you saw the building go up in flames. You guys all reconvene somewhere outside around the city to discuss what you guys all saw.
Everybody all in one piece?
Yeah.
I am, yep.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still
Still good.
feeling...
Still feeling what?
Eyes kind of tilts his head from side to side, different. Slower, down, whatever it was.
He's fine. He ripped apart that leech like it was nothing.
Yeah, we did.
He did.
I feel fine. Thanks for asking.
Good, good.
All right. Well, rally back up to Winnie and let's get out of here. Head back to the house. I think we burned enough of Chicago for one night.
Yeah.
We could do a little more.
It's Chicago.
It'll survive.
If there's no point to it, it doesn't do us any good.
I mean, there are more leeches in the city. Could have a full night of it.
We have orders, Eyes. What happened last time one of the teams went off orders?
Bad thing.
Yep. So get in the fucking RV.
Yes, ma'am. And Eyes will do so.
And I follow suit right behind.
And
Maybe you'll climb into the passenger seat.
Twice will hop in after JB.
All right. You guys began making your way to the house?
Yep.
You didn't activate your truth hearing, though, did you, Charley?
I did not, because I'm not familiar enough with the rules to remember to activate it. I should be activating it every morning.
Okay. If you want to say that you did activate it this morning, go ahead and either roll your gnosis, and you're going to need at least one success for it, or you can spend a gnosis point.
I'll go ahead and spend a gnosis point.
Okay. I feel like it should be said that, if your pack note saying that there was nothing of note isn't really true, because something summoned a worm elemental. And that is definitely of note, because kindred should not be able to manipulate the spirit world.
Charley will not say anything until we're back at the house.
All right.
I have a quick clarification. Because it's been a hot minute since we guest starred over on the Vampire Show.
Yes.
And Charley and I played out our part in the events at the club. Were we able to return bodies that we collected of the Garu who died at the club to their groups?
Yeah. Release, you were able to move them to a safe location before and like gave notice before you exploded the club.
Okay. I just want to make sure that there's somewhere they could get picked up and we didn't just drop a bunch of fucking dead bodies in the middle of Chicago, or that they're not still packed into Winnie.
Yeah, I feel like you guys wouldn't want them packed into Winnie, so there's probably a safe space that you found, having more intimate knowledge of the more hidden places in Chicago.
Yeah, JB probably would have used Between the Cracks to find a place that humans don't go typically and drop them there.
Yeah.
And then would have had Charley contact people so that the right folks could come get their dead. On the way back to the house, I think JB is going to look over at Charley and then back at everybody else. So it's about the fact that everywhere we've fucking gone, they've had silver.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. This whole thing's a setup to get us to kill each other.
Is it working?
Well,
That's a lot of fucking silver.
it is.
I mean, I'm not overly surprised by some of the leeches carrying silver, but like they've got their bitches doing it too.
Yep.
Yep. And there was the vampire that showed up before the war was even announced, ready to beg for, I don't know, getting spared.
Mercy.
Yeah, that's true.
It sounds like they knew it was coming before we did.
Well, the inciting incident happened a while back, and
Yeah.
it took us a while to all get to the cairn, because they hit the Phantom, and then the fight started, and then they put out the call for war.
Listen, either way, most of us, when we get confronted with something nasty, can't deal with silver. So I think we need to be more careful about making sure that Eyes is the first one in whenever we're confronting a group, especially if they've got guns.
I'll make sure to get their attention right away, too.
It's a lot easier for me to run in and heal one person than to try and reach everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Especially with the fighting only getting more intense, it feels like.
But
Well, speaking of interesting, or at least something to make note of, there was a balefire, and I'm kind of like around a little bit trying to recall the name properly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What?
Same thing as my eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey Ty, didn't you pick up that stone from the dancer that was there?
Oh yeah. And she reaches into one of her little pockets where she stores all the stuff on her pants and kind of wiggles her hand around.
Did you say dancer?
I'm assuming it was the dancer. It was Arinoth hit us with that, and he'll point over at the stone when she pulls it out. Not sure what it is.
It wasn't a werewolf holding it. It was
It wasn't?
a
I thought it was-
leech.
Oh, that's me misremembering. My bad.
Okay.
And then
Rewind.
he'll have said leech. Yeah.
I mean, it would have had to have come from a... Huh. But they had a...
Go ahead.
They had a balefire. Or did they have an elemental created from a balefire?
It was there. It was like a big moving fireball.
That's an elemental. Okay.
And she holds the stone out on her hand and said, "Here, somebody want this?"
No, why would you have that in here?
Because that's where I picked it up, was out there. I figured we could use it to see if there's anything from it. We could get any info from it. Don't you know a lot about these things?
I know that none of us is going to be able to shift as long as this is nearby. I'll take it.
You can roll your wits and occult, or intelligence and occult.
Intelligence and occult, please.
We'll take that one. No Garu or here.
Okay. Can I apply creative logic?
Yes. I'll actually take wits and vampire lore from Charley too.
And for what it's
What's
worth,
the
JB,
difficulty?
It's going to be 7 for both of you.
What's up, Twice?
the elemental was green.
Ooh, I'm gonna. Well, no, willpower's not gonna help me. It's only lets me get one back, so that's a 1.
It's fine.
Apparently, Charley dated a Tremere at one point.
Yeah, you dated a Tremere at one point. It was kind of like this operation to like try and get into the chantry, but you still didn't get there. So
Yeah.
it was like a week-long tryst and then, a brutal execution. And so you recognize it. It's almost like a fetish, but obviously not. JB, you suspect doing something to the stone will stop it from working, because it's not active right now, as Eyes, if he so chooses, which I'm assuming that he has, is in Hamid form.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and shift bow.
But if a Tremere does get their hands on it, if another magical person does get their hands on it, they can activate it again. But Charley recognizes this as it's a Tremere artifact used to do something to supernaturals who are able to shift forms. So sometimes kindred, most of the time lupines or the other Farah. Sometimes possibly a mage if they're skilled enough.
No, that's leech magic. You're gonna want to break that.
Yeah. It's not on right now, so when we get to the house, we'll make it a point to let Eyes get creative in how to crush it.
And it's harmless unless another leech gets their hands on it. Their magic takes blood. Go figure.
So, you said a green elemental?
Mm-hmm.
Green fire elemental, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Vironz, with 4 dots and Garu lore, would I know enough to know that balefires are the thing? Okay.
I wasn't even gonna have you roll. You know.
So balefire is what's turned this dancers into what they are. It's part of what shaped that bloodline. A balefire is at the heart of most worm cairns, and a long enough exposure to it over centuries has turned them into monsters. Corrupted them.
Why was it in the basement of a building?
Someone summoned it, hoping it would kill people, and it probably did.
Just as a reminder, you guys, JB and Charley did find Helena's vault.
Mm-hmm. We found a room that was fucked up when we went down there to clean up.
What
After
was
you guys had left. Looked like some sort of, I don't know, like safe room for somebody really old.
It's like the places we hit during the day, places where they sleep.
Yeah, but
This one was really well put together.
Oh,
and it put off a lot of. JB will kind of like make a gesture with her hands, like she doesn't have words to describe the feeling that she got. Because I only have a vague recollection of that session, but I remember it being described as everything in that room felt wrong to JB.
Yeah, it felt Coffin felt really like extremely old. Because she's from over she's like a millennial old. She's really fucking old. There was also sorrow and sadness, longing.
The whole place felt like walking into water, but the water was all just these deep, dark, negative emotions, and the coffin had the, I don't know, feel of death on it in ways that most of the coffins we've seen just don't. Like it had been used for too long.
did you check the walls for hidden leeches?
The walls were solid.
They were solid before, and we reached through one.
That's true.
3.
A few.
But
I don't
one
know.
specifically was concrete.
Whoever was in that room, whoever normally lives in that room is powerful, but I struggle to see them being the ones to summon it. I could see someone summoning that thing in hopes that it could kill whoever was in that room and being woefully disappointed.
Due to Charlie's pretty decent roll earlier, very rarely a Tremere summon an elemental. Takes a lot of study and power.
There are a couple of their blood magic hoodoo people who can maybe summon an elemental, but they're usually like, I mean, they'd be about that old.
I mean, it seems more likely that it was a dancer who did it.
Yeah.
It seemed like some sort of leech and dancers might be working together.
Yeah, we figured that out earlier today or yesterday, yeah?
Right. What we have is one faction of vampires, basically a bunch of psychopaths, teaming up with the psychopath werewolves and going, wouldn't it be funny if we got the Garu Nation and the Keep to Themselves vampires to kill each other for a while?
Kind of to take the attention off them.
And the damage that Jupiter's doing being out, dumping all this rain out of season, it's only going to help them.
Yep. And to answer your question, Eyes, yes, lots of things have died. There's the leeches we killed, 60 some Garu, however many didn't make it out of the basement. We're doing a tremendous job of sawing off our own leg.
Yes, every time we move forward, it seems like there's another setback.
JB sort of sits quietly for a minute and then, like, kind of aggressively shrugs out of her jacket so that she can, like, rub at her arms.
Okay.
Yeah. just feels like I've got bugs all over me.
I think there's a shower.
It's not something a shower is going to fix. We've got to put Jupiter back where he belongs so that he'll stop poking into my dreams, making me feel what he feels. Feels like he's being devoured by millions of little bugs.
That does not sound pleasant. Yeah. Okay. Well, what do we do?
For the moment, we'll go back to the house and get some sleep.
And then tomorrow,
If anyone can think of a way to break that pipeline in that septic park we found not far from the Phantom, great. If not, we're waiting for orders. So otherwise, we're just wandering around blind.
break the pipeline. Okay.
I could maybe come up with some ways, but it would require a fair bit of time in the Umbra and a lot of wheeling and dealing with spirits.
You know I can clog it up.
Which means a lot of gnosis from me.
If I remember your description, there's nothing really physical there for us to attack. That's the problem. It's just pumping toxicity into the building.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of time in the Umbra.
See what you can think of. If you can come up with something, we can call up the chain and go, hey, we have an idea, we want to try something.
Can we give leeches straws and force them to drink the corruption? And
That's
That's
not
like-
how that works.
Le-
guys.
Leeches
Feeding
can't
them
usually get
back.
over to the Umbra.
Okay. I'll think on it.
Is that all you guys do for the rest of the night?
Charley will drive the Winnebago through a drive-through since we haven't eaten yet.
Oh,
Yay,
that's
proper
true.
food.
Just
Yeah.
barely clears.
Yep.
Just barely.
The
Our
order,
order is probably going to make their night.
the order starts with, you're going to want to turn on all your grills.
Welcome to Quack Donald's. How can we help you, Quack?
A Big Mac.
I order food for the pack, and then I take us home.
All right. You do so. It takes them. I give them the size of the order. It does take them a bit. They ask you to kind of like pull aside for a while. So that way they can get, other people through.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise you guys go back to the house. Anything special going on there, or is everyone going to go to sleep?
This is going to try and meditate on the answer to a question, if that makes sense.
What's the question?
If in the Umbra we see it and it has veins that are pumping corruption, sort of like an organic being, can we, as we do to organic beings, hemorrhage those veins and cause it to effectively spill out away from Saturn or Jupiter?
Or if we could just cut off the flow.
Yeah, just anything to interrupt or disrupt the flow, weaken it, something.
It's got to have a source of some kind.
Yeah, I was just thinking of it as like an organic living being trying to, how do you bleed it?
I would be happy to help him with that.
Okay.
It definitely feels like it should be more than just the Arun trying to figure it out. So
He's just sitting there, brow furrowed, hand on chin, determined.
He's got the thinker pose going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
Hey, Eyes, what are you doing? Thinking. Ooh.
Thinking hard.
Smartest Aaron. Okay. So we're gonna have JB roll intelligence and enigmas.
Okay.
He said this was a question, so we're just gonna kind of do it like that.
I can also roll to assist, if that would be allowed.
We're just gonna do one for now. JB is kind of the one most suited for this.
Difficulty?
Standard.
Creative logic.
Creative logic is definitely gonna apply.
Do I get bonus dice for people helping?
Yours is to assist Eyes here.
Oh, okay.
Eyes is also going to be a
I'm gonna spend a willpower and reroll. Jesus.
Woof. Okay. Eyes is going to make the same roll, but he's going to get bonus dice on the amount of successes that you get.
Okay.
That's
1.
2.
No, yeah, that's 2. You're right.
Okay, cool.
Um,
And the difficulty on this is 6 as well?
yeah.
All right, here we go. Hey, we got 2 successes.
With both of you thinking, and you're kind of thinking about this, I mean, Eyes is thinking about this in the more brutal way, which is kind of weird to say. He's thinking about this in a brutal spiritual way, which is, kind of killing a spirit, which not a great thing to do, even for that. Like, killing a spirit is generally not good. Obviously, you guys don't want to do that, but it also does take quite a bit of work because when you do kill it in the Umbra, it's gonna kind of like flee and reform somewhere else. You're gonna have to like hunt it down and kill its source, like where it reforms again.
Okay. But
What?
it's a start.
For something like this, you could technically, and this is going to take time and gnosis, you could technically go into the Umbra, go in deep enough and come across what would essentially be an artery, and then rip that open, and then cleanse it with the rite of cleansing, or more drastically, if you really want to clear out some of the topside stuff too, you do Rite of the Open Sky, which is something that JB knows of but can't really do yet.
And we can't do as long as Jupiter is dumping rain on our heads anyway.
Yeah. If you guys are looking into the Umbra now, is what are you guys gonna also kind of like think about this and like write out things in the Umbra, or you just thinking about Umbra stuff out loud?
Eyes would be writing this down in a little journal.
Okay.
There is one other person we could ask, because they're always on the Face Bear chat.
Yeah, what does Bear?
That's fair.
A totem of healing and war. Hey, Bear, what you got?
There you go.
You guys want to communicate with Bear?
I would like, yeah. I'd like to lead us in communicating with Bear.
All right.
But the calmest you ever see, JB, is when she sits down to try and meditate on communicating with her totem.
Eyes was pretty serene when he was trying to think of how to kill something. It was nice.
I need to find the totem powers again.
Ty was sitting back and, Indian style, trying to write down thoughts and notes while they're brainstorming.
Okay, so all right, because you guys didn't buy this power, it is not nearby.
What's not nearby?
The totem.
But we can always talk to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like that's how Face Bear works. Is that we talk to each other through it. So through our connection to it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's not going to be nearby. It's going to, as soon as you guys say that you want to ask it a question, it's going to kind of send out this feeling of going like, ask your question. It's not going to give a verbal response yet, but it is going to send out that feeling, and everybody's going to get that. And it's going to be only one question from each of you.
We each get one. Okay. Eyes will ask if we dive into the Umbra to cleanse the taint being funneled into Jupiter, what do we need to be aware of? What are things that we have to put in our plans?
Conservation of energy. That's all you're going to hear in a kind of like a deep, rough voice. And that's going to go directly to Eyes.
Eyes writes it down in his journal.
What can I do to heal the damage that's being done by the taint that's being funneled?
It's going to give you a personal message. I cannot reveal that information to you yet, child. The strings of fate have already... Your line of fate has already been sown. And if I ruin it now, you would be able to buy it. And that is not going to be acceptable. Be prepared. Be ready.
I think everybody just sees JB look a little confused and concerned, but she doesn't say anything.
Ty's gonna look up from writing and through Face Bear ask, is there anything we can do to stop that flow from outside the Umbra?
With time and the change of perception, it can be healed.
She's gonna write this down.
And Twice's question will be, is there anything we can do to stall its progress so that it doesn't get any worse than it already is until we can find a solution?
Ever the pragmatist.
It's too late for that option. You have one more day and night. Not including the upcoming day.
The elders want us to fight. It's clear the worm wants us to fight. What do you want us to do?
The elders are not wrong, and unfortunately, fighting is part of the worm's domain, as it does take lives and beings, forms. Use your brain. Fight smart. Think carefully. Anticipate any changes. Do not waste Luna's gift to you all. Do not waste Gaia's gift to you all. That's actually when he's talking about the gifts part of not wasting them, that's going to everybody now. Some of you have been wasteful. Watch your reserves. Be careful.
I squints and looks around.
That its attention, you all can tell, is now gone.
Did Bear give everybody a straight answer?
Not entirely.
Did, but it wasn't a good one.
A little bit cryptic.
But you got an answer.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, everyone share.
Okay. Well, I asked if we go down to cleanse the taint, what do we need to account for? And Bear says the conservation of energy. I don't understand.
Talk about your gnosis. Probably
Oh,
your...
I was going to study science book. I didn't go in that direction. Thank you.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. You could possibly, just given, the brutality of your character and how many points you have in Brawl, judo, martial arts, momentum.
Oh,
That's not what he was saying, but I'm just saying that's something that your character definitely could have linked to.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, fighting styles are interesting, but while he is into brawling, he's less interested in the more disciplined studies, and he is all about the gratuitous violence. But it is something to keep in mind. Thank you.
JB just assumed gnosis because it's the thing that he has the least of.
I'll also give it for free. Also, not the answer.
Well.
Well, I asked if there was a way to stall it from getting worse while we figure out a solution. Apparently, we're past the point of no return. After today, we got a day and night left.
Damn.
Until what?
Whatever they're working towards finishes.
That's not much time.
Told you. We have to fix it, and we have to fix it fast.
I asked if there was anything that could be done outside the Umbra, and the answer was with time and change of perception. But it sounds like that would take forever.
When all you got is a day and a night. Forever is a
Right.
day and a night and an hour.
Exactly.
I asked what Bear wanted us to do. They said fight smart.
I don't like that I'm about to suggest this.
Mhm.
Find that abomination and see if he knows who's behind whatever's working with the leeches. Might be the person or people responsible for the spread of the corruption. Assuming that who he was eluding at going after were dancers. And then he's just gonna kind of like smack his lips like he's got a bad taste in his mouth. Might be able to ask him for a little bit of guidance.
And we still have a way to get a hold of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JB,
Huh?
what did you ask Bear?
He didn't give me an answer, so it doesn't matter.
We shared.
Hey, my rings is all active. Did it just buzz?
Sorry, I spaced out for a second. What did JB say?
She said he didn't really give me an answer, so it doesn't matter. JB's not lying. She doesn't think that the answer she got back was an answer. We were looking for actionable intelligence, so as far as she's concerned, she's telling the truth.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, I got to give it to the feeling here if she does not feel like she is lying. And
I do think Charley knows her well enough to know that she's upset by whatever the non-answer she got was.
Yeah.
What did they say?
I don't
What
want to
did
talk
you-
about it.
We all shared. Why don't you?
Because it's personal, Eyes.
You asked a personal question?
No, I got a personal answer.
Oh. Well, then what was the question?
How do I fix the damage that's been done?
Oh, that's an open question.
I was more specific, but
Oh, okay.
I asked how I fixed what's being done to Jupiter.
It's a good question to ask. I'm sorry that the question or the answer was not good enough.
It's nothing I can do anything with, so
Maybe we can.
you can't.
Okay. Eyes will shrug and start pulling up, trying to find a book on science to try and find the conservation of energy.
I'm going out the backyard. If you hear me shout, come running.
Gotcha, boss.
Everybody see his eyes pick up an electrician's manual first.
Yep.
Good choice. Good choice.
Eyes
Nice
licks a
smile.
thumb and flips through. Do you know anything of the conservation of energy?
Are you asking the book or anybody else near you?
I assume Ty is nearby since she's commenting on it.
She thinks to herself, and she's thinking about all the different things she's seen in museums. Isn't it that thing where things are not ever created or destroyed? They just mutate, something like that, having to do with energy?
Okay. It sounds familiar. You see, If it's a matter of energy cannot be created or destroyed, means we have to refocus where the energy goes rather than just letting it go anywhere.
Or wait. Or what if we think about it that way? She kind of sits there and taps the pencil to her forehead a sec. She goes, wait, does that mean if we can't stop it, we can't cease it, then can we change that energy itself into a different type of energy?
Maybe we could send it backwards. That way it's not being created or destroyed, it's just going somewhere else.
JB is just sort of sitting there and watching them go back and forth, and her eyes are moving like she's watching a ping pong match. She's got the vague look like she's watching a couple of monkeys with typewriters trying to write Shakespeare.
The one brain cell is what's being watched right now.
Yep, it's being passed back and forth like a hot potato. She doesn't say anything, she's just watching.
Well, if it's a matter of energy can't be created or destroyed and it must be conserved, then we'll try and redirect it or
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, if you think about it, like when you see like beavers working on a dam and you've got water.
Dam it, yes.
Or, you know, if you've got water going in one direction, if you open up an area somewhere else, it flows the other direction. So could we like do something to make this flow away from where it is flowing to someplace else? I don't know where, but
maybe if we made an umbral valve and an umbral sump pump, we could suck the corruption out of that location and funnel it into a different artery, pumping it outwards.
Oh, fuck it. I'm shutting this shit down now. I'm just, we're done.
I was wondering.
the intelligence points just went up considerably on both Ty and Eyes.
I feel like mine just went down.
Yeah, JB's actively having to cling to her intelligence dots.
And twice with JB. I've never seen two brain cells fight for third place before.
I think for the first time all evening, JB genuinely laughs.
One of the very few times you've ever seen it in person.
What was that?
I will say the rest of the evening is uneventful, and everybody, if they so choose to, gets to go to sleep. If you don't, please make a stamina roll at difficulty 8.
Charley went into the backyard for a purpose.
Yes, sorry. Charley, go ahead.
And there in the darkness, he looks into the darkness, lights a cigarette, goes, pariah.
Ooh, all right.
Okay.
I'll remind you that he did say he was busy tonight.
Okay. if he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer. That's how he told us to call him.
Yeah, no, you were totally right. He also did say that he was busy tonight.
Okay. I will finish my cigarette and go to bed.
I think about an hour after everybody heads to bed, JB is going to go and knock on Charley's door.
Charley has today been sleeping on the couch in the living room, but...
Well, I mean, I figured once the house emptied out, we all went and slept in beds, but okay.
Nah. He will continue to sleep where the front door is so that someone is there to greet anyone who comes through the front door.
Are you sleeping with your shotgun, like, either, like, on you, like on top of you, or
under the
right
couch?
Okay.
Under the couch.
Cool.
Well, then never mind.
You can knock on the night table.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Has less impact if he's in the fucking living room.
All right. So you're not going to do anything then?
Nope. Going to bed.
All right. Yep. Night's events are, it's an uneventful sleep, except for the people who need to make nightmare rolls from you. Please and thank you.
Got 2 successes on mine.
You're all set.
3 successes on mine.
Beautiful. Hirano depression has subsided. Good sleep is always helpful. And everyone wakes up refreshed.
JB's heading back downstairs.
And Ty, with some serious bedhead, is going to go out into the front yard and start doing her greet the sun ritual as she does every morning.
Eyes is taking advantage of a restful sleep and sleeping in a little bit this morning.
Has anyone checked the room where the 2 other Garu and Kulas were?
Yeah,
Assumed that they-
go ahead.
I just assumed they weren't here.
No, they are gone. They did say they were stepping across and going back to going to a different place. I'm just seeing if you guys were able to check that room.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have checked to make sure that they were actually picked up.
Yeah, no, they're gone. There is a note.
If only I could read.
What do it say?
Take out who you need to tonight. Plan for the bottom. We will contact you. By message. That's all it says.
Great. This morning, Charley will cook breakfast. He lays out a lot of eggs and bacon. Wearing a t-shirt that says, "I hate bowling, but I love sharing shoes with strangers."
You just have like, 20, 30 different shirts that just say random shit like that.
Yep.
All right.
That's what Charley spends. Charley spends his money on a decent suit to wear and on weird t-shirts to go to sleep in.
And ammo.
And Winnie.
And Winnie.
He doesn't have any expensive hobbies like, TRPGs or nothing.
He's not into Warhammer.
JB helps with breakfast this morning, but she was probably the first one up considering how poorly she slept the night before, so she probably conked out the earliest.
All right. Well, food's cooked. Assuming it's well. What the real question is, what do you guys plan on doing with your day?
So, once people are gathered up for food, so we had a note from management said, take care of anyone you need to take care of tonight because tomorrow we're going to the Phantom. So apparently we're not the only ones who know we're on a clock. The only thing I can think of that is sort of outstanding is the amusement park.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And she comes in from being outside, still bedhead, grabs some bacon or any food there and starts gnawing on it while she's listening.
Is that tonight?
Guess it's gonna have to be. We're going to the Phantom tomorrow.
Then it will be done.
As far as you guys know, you only have one target for tonight. Does anybody remember who the target is for tonight?
We've had a couple of names. The last name I heard, I believe, was Kevin Jackson.
Right.
Oh, right.
No, you guys got rid of him.
Well, sort of. He ran away.
Yeah.
The new prince now? What's his
Nobody
name?
has said anything about
Is it-
Capone, as far as I know, in
Oh, then
this timeline. What you guys have gotten is Loden might be in the amusement park.
Okay. So we go find the lead honcho who might be out by the carousels.
And then we remove him.
Sounds like a plan.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
Bear wants us to fight smart. And so far, following the Elder's rules has had us charging headfirst into shit. Maybe before we kill him, we question him. See if we can get something more to go off of.
True. If we must fight smart, how about we fight unseen? He'll up nod over to Ty. You and I are best at sneaking around.
Well, I mean, yeah. What kind of ideas you got?
Oh. You and I go in there, don't be found, sneak around, sniff what needs to be sniffed, find our leech, get a few questions answered, and pull them apart, come back. Nobody's the wiser.
Old leeches will promise you the moon to keep their hides intact, so.
He'll
Hi.
get the wall treatment if he tries that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, that sounds like a plan.
Just one thing. Don't look him in the eyes. Ever.
Why?
Keep your sunglasses on and don't look him in the eyes.
I'll keep my sunglasses on.
They have they have an ability to control your mind,
Oh,
but it requires eye contact.
unobscured eye contact? Or just eye contact?
They know.
Okay.
He taps his own pair of mirror shades. Trust me, they know.
So just find them, but when you talk to them, don't look at them.
Not the eyes.
Just don't look him in the eyes.
Just watch their teeth. It's where
Gotcha.
the lies come from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we can handle that.
AB sort of looks over it twice. That's a good line.
I'll just smirk a little bit.
All right, who wants coffee?
Me.
I'll take some.
GB fills up a bunch of travel mugs for people.
Not too much. Get an afternoon nap. You're going to be up all night again.
What's wrong with being up all night?
Remember that thing about energy conservation? Bird of
That
fucking
makes
energy
sense.
staying up all night.
But if I'm not running around, I could just conserve it by sitting here and waiting.
You have to expend it to force yourself to stay up outside of your natural cycle's eyes.
Remember, it's neither created nor destroyed. She just smiles, taps her head like, hee hee.
If we start this again, I don't think you guys will be awake enough for your plans later.
All right, fine.
Okay, fine.
JB will give them a normal travel size mug of coffee, and she will fill hers up all the way.
Here,
She's got the biggest one.
just add a little cream and sugar to mine. It'll cut down on the caffeine. Sounds like a dessert.
Hey, in the meantime, we got a day. Recover.
Okay.
Tomorrow, there's a good chance some of us are going to die.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
I'm going for a walk. JB will take her travel mug and head outside.
Take an umbrella. It's still raining.
She does not take an umbrella.
Might need to bring it to her.
I don't think she's up for company right now.
You say so, boss.
So, I guess now is when I should ask, what is JB doing?
JB is walking and thinking.
Just walking and thinking?
Yeah, she's trying to get her head back in the game, I guess is the best way to put it. Bear's answer to her question threw her pretty hard. She's never been told that there's nothing she can do. She's kind of, at the risk of making her sound incredibly full of herself, she is used to being one of the most competent people in the room, despite what people think of her. And so to be told that there's nothing she can do and Bear won't even tell her why, bothers her. So she's gonna walk in the rain, and drink her coffee and think long and hard about Jupiter
Okay.
and what's coming.
You gonna peer into the umbrella?
Yeah, as well.
Can I have you roll your step sideways? Have you activated your shades?
Yeah. She's out alone, so she would make sure that her easiest way to escape trouble was activated.
Okay. So either make the roll for that or spend your gnosis and then make the roll to step sideways.
Okay. What's the gauntlet rating?
It is diff 8 right now.
So it would be 6 with my glasses?
6 with glasses.
I don't know why I'm spacing on this. Just step sideways is just my gnosis, right?
Yep.
Okay. 6 successes.
Okay. It's raining on the Umbra. Everything looks normally fine. Any place that you go into that's kind of like hidden away from the rain and such does have some like wild and weaver spirits in it together. They're kind of cowering at the moment. But around you it is raining, and when you look up at the sky, you do see Jupiter, and he's crying, but this is actually kind of, well, it's not kind of, the rain is actually his blood at the moment. The corruption has progressed.
Okay. It's a good thing it's raining, because JV's crying when she stops looking. She's gonna continue her walk And she'll either be out for a few hours or something will happen and she'll have to pop into the Umbra so that she can run home. Or deal with whatever happens.
Nothing specifically of note happens. It's... You realize that with all this rain, the cracks in the sky... Well, and what I should also add, when you are looking into the sky as well, when you are peeking into the Umbra, there are swans flying about, and then when you come back into reality, those swans are actually physically there as well. It does seem that they are materializing as well, kind of to show that Jupiter is really trying to get his being, part of his part of his broodlings and his purview of spirits. He's trying to get them to do something, help and do anything. And notably swans, they're not really aggressive. Geese, however, are, but that's because geese are assholes.
Right. I think at some point she's gonna pause and watch the swans in the physical. And a car is gonna drive by at a high rate of speed and splash her just head to fucking toe.
Yeah.
Which just earns a furious and frustrated scream.
Yeah, I can see that. You're just not, that's kind of all that's gonna happen for now.
Okay.
Eyes is gonna find Ty.
Yeah. She was sitting there wrapping up what she was writing down and kind of tucking her notebook into her backpack.
Eyes looks around, trying to keep his voice down so it's just a conversation between him and her. Kind of surreptitiously look towards wherever Charley might be. You notice that boss is starting to slow down past couple of days?
Yeah. I mean, he looks like something's kind of getting to him. I can't tell what it is, but I don't know. It's it just, he's not himself, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anytime I offer anything to help, they always shut it down too. I don't know if it's him or if he's just, something's wrong.
I know that when we've, there's been a lot of deaths of a lot of our kind, and I know he's gotten really upset about that lately, at least it seems like it. Maybe the death tolls, the hopelessness or something. Yeah.
Not good. He starts making decisions while he's like that, we're gonna end up dead.
I do know he's trying to follow protocol, though. I mean, the pecking order so that we don't get in trouble by doing stuff we're not supposed to do. So it's kind of a weird situation,
Yeah, but he tells us not to do stuff and then we end up having to do it anyway. Some elder tells us not to go down a hole, we go down a hole. He knew it then and we just did it the second time. We didn't wait around.
Why do you think then that we had to wait? In other words, if he knew we were going to have to do it, why did we wait?
He hesitated. He was afraid the first time. And now he knows that, yeah, we can deal with what's down there, sure. But he's still afraid. How about, look, if he's going to be making decisions while he can't think straight, I'm thinking I might have to challenge him once things are done. I just want to know if you're going to be... which side you might be taking.
I hadn't even thought of that much. I'm trying to figure out how to get, this paint stuff to stop. I hadn't even thought about that. Have you tried talking to him about all this?
Oh, no, not yet. I've been waiting for him to pull out of it, and looks like he's finally coming around. So maybe I'll bend his ear a little bit, but...
I mean, y'all are close. Maybe just off to the side say, yo, this is what I'm thinking, and see what he says. Everybody's got a bad day or with all this death. I mean, it wouldn't be unusual to get rattled,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think with how it's been going on, we've been, like I said, every time we make a step forward, there's always a setback, and I think that only hurt us whenever he's not up to making the right choices when we need him to. If he's gonna run away, if he's gonna cower, we're gonna need someone that's more stable that can hold on to the command, and that's all I'm saying. I'll talk to him about it too later, but
I mean, I agree with you, but I'm kind of like the lower little, puppy on the bottom of the totem pole here. And you're like the big dude, and so, I'm kind of watching what y'all are doing,
Eyes puffs up at being called the big dude, clearly his ego feeding on that statement. Yeah, I am the big dude. Maybe we can get Charley to see that every once in a while. I don't have bad ideas all the time.
Guy's like really short, kind of, and she looks up and she's like, yeah, so you're a whole lot bigger than me, okay? And,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, I wonder if you actually talking, y'all communicating, because he may have reasons you don't know, but at the same time, your concerns are valid. So maybe a talk is in order first before anything else.
Well, you know how it happens when we talk. We get a little handsy. Things get heated. Words stop being exchanged in exchange for hands, and someone's going to have to be on their back and yielding. Like I said, if things do happen, would you support a different change? Someone else taking the lead?
I'm kind of taken aback by the question, only because I didn't see it coming, because we're worried about all this other stuff. So, I mean, let me think about it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not going to happen while we're at war. That's against the rules. If I do it when we're at war, it doesn't make sense. We need someone to keep the ship steady, right? So, if it happens that he can't make the decisions when we need it to before this is all over, I'm going to be offering my own voice, stepping up to the plate and taking command as need be in the moment, but I'll still defer to him until the war is over. Once we're done with Chicago and Jupiter's back down here, if we're alive, that's when I'm planning it.
I just know it's better to at least be honorable about talking first rather than coming up behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He'll see it coming.
She just nods. She still looks like a little shocked about the topic, but not shocked, freaked, but, kind of like surprised a little, but listening and thinking anyway.
He nods and clears his throat, raises his voice back to normal levels. Well, I'm going to be lifting a few weights, trying to get myself ready for tonight's adventure. If you need me, I'll be in the garage.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull her notebook back out of her backpack again. I'm gonna sit over here and write a few things in my notebook, and I might take a nap or something. Just to prepare. Yeah.
Keep your energy up. We're gonna need it.
Yeah, I believe so.
And Eyes will walk off towards, if they have any sort of home gym, he'll start working out on it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's just his
It's a shitty home gym, but it's there.
Yeah, he'll max it out and
It's got a Bowflex.
It's the repetition he's after. He's going to use it as a chance to meditate. Not use the mechanical meditate, but the meditate.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Is anybody else wanting to do something specific?
Twice would take the time, however much time is needed for it, and call whoever needs to be called, so we can actually get a name, get a list of the names of all of the Garu who have fallen so far. And he'd have enough paper and, a few pencils. Because if a pencil breaks, he's not going to waste his time sharpening it. So that he could write it all down. And if he's able to get that, he will then go to see Charley.
Charley.
Let's say that you do. What is Charley doing before that, though?
Well, Charley is doing something he hasn't gotten to do since they started traveling. He's got a satchel out of Winnie, and he's sat on the couch with a sketchbook open, and he is drawing.
Anything in particular?
In this case, he is drawing a picture of his pack. He is drawing each of them.
No, I think I might actually call for a crafts roll on that.
Sure. Drawing happens to be my craft specialty. So.
Wonderful. It's gotta wait for Adobe to load. It's wanting to take its time. Let's do. Oh, I really don't know. Dexterity crafts.
Okay.
And Twice will probably come in on this, and
I am actually going to spend a point of willpower on that, because as he gets a little bit frustrated and things not going the way he wants them to.
yeah, not enough to trigger Rano, but
2 successes.
it's a pretty decent drawing. You're most of the way through it. You're probably on eyes now, and you're trying to get as much, detail in the eyes as you can when Twice comes in.
You busy, Charley?
Nah, I couldn't call it busy. What's up?
I got something for you. Might help with some of the things you do. And he'll pass over the stack of paper. That's the names of everybody we've lost so far.
Okay. I don't imagine for a second they'll ask me to do the gathering for the departed, but
Who gives a shit who they ask at this point? I'm not really impressed with their decision making. But, well, there's different kind of litanies. Figured I'd help you with yours.
thank you.
And he'll nod.
Drawing aside. I'd ask, that you're our judge. What do you think we should do? But we're kind of out of time to come up with new plans.
Yeah.
Do the thing tonight. Do the thing tomorrow.
What worries me is I don't know right now if the Elders' plan is going to be worse than the plan I came up with last night of reaching out to the Abomination.
Well, I'll tell you what. While Eyes and Shadow Sprinter go do their thing tonight, we can step out in the backyard and see if the Abomination has anything worth sharing.
Yeah, that'll be good. At least that way I can make sure he doesn't try anything fishy while we're lit up.
I think that's his gig, but glad everyone else is getting in line to say I told you so, so that'll be your chance.
Yeah. Just wish we had clearer answers.
That would require clearer thinking.
Yeah,
There-
he's about as clear as I am.
Yeah. I mean like weeks ago.
Yeah.
We have been set up from the word go. They knew when we were coming in, they know where we're hiding out, they know the kinfolk.
And that bothers me especially because what happens if more kinfolk get taken?
The worm just opened its mouth, and by my count, some 6 dozen so far, Guru, that we can't spare, threw themselves right down its gullet. That's what we've accomplished.
I hate to say it's not the first time.
We have to do better, or we're all gonna die.
Hopefully our plans pan out.
Speaking of plans probably not panning out, I will get on Face Bear. JB, you drowned?
Not for Card's lack of trying.
Come home and dry off. I'll order pizza before the
Before he finishes that thought at come home and dry off, you guys hear a long, not quite mournful, but not quite frightened, but definitely not angry howl from the front yard. In what everybody here would recognize as a howl of foreboding. For those at home who do not know what that means, the wail, well, it's a wail of foreboding, is used for natural disasters, unusual phenomenon in the Umbra, or anything strange that bears further investigation.
Charley goes straight to the door and throws it open.
Yep. Eyes will rack the weight and kind of go towards the door as well.
And JB is standing in the rain. Her makeup, which is never particularly neat because she's got that grunge sheet going, is completely ruined because of all the water and crying. Her hair is like a bedraggled mess. She looks a little bit like a drowned rat. And she just she finishes the howl, and as it ends, kind of gives a little sob. Jupiter's dying.
Guy stands from the couch where she was sitting and just kind of looks and listens.
This isn't rain anymore. It's blood.
And then come in out of it. Come here.
She'll walk up onto the porch.
Charley will take her hand, lead her inside. Gather around, y'all.
Right here.
Right here, boss.
Hey, you, the one with the face, says to JB.
Yeah.
We're here. We got you. We're gonna fix this.
We have to. I don't know what happens if we don't.
Well, it's a good thing we're gonna.
Ain't got a choice. Work's gotta get done.
Right after Eyes and Shadow Sprinter go tear up Coney Island.
Y'all want me to bring back hot dogs?
From a closed amusement park?
The best?
How strong do you think our stomachs are?
Sure, we can handle it.
Might have
sure-
snow
I'm sure
cones.
you can handle it.
Okay. You're all very funny. I'm gonna go change.
And that. First things first, group hug. And we pile in on JB.
Yeah, what's the rules for pile on?
After you guys had rallied together around JB, I would say you guys prepped and got ready and dropped off High and Eyes at the amusement park, and you guys could stay there too. There's a few other buildings you can scout out because you don't really know which building. There's one that says Tunnel of Love, which is really decrepit, and then there appears to also be like some sort of haunted house. But it does appear that High and Eyes you get pulled off by another group of people. JB and Charley do recognize that as the coterie of vampires that they had talked to the previous night.
That should go well.
Well, we'll see if they're still alive when this is all over.
Who exactly are you talking about?
The leeches,
The
obviously.
leeches.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a few other buildings that do stand out as places that, for a decrepit amusement park that has, it has security. There's security around one called House of Mirrors. And then there's also security and a little bit of power going to the Tunnel of Love and to the haunted house.
Well, twice, JB. Want to kill two birds with one stone?
Sure.
Cool. We get out of the Winnebago, I'll look into the darkness, go, again, light a cigarette. Pariah.
JB's just gonna put a hand on Twice's shoulder just in case she has to yank his happy ass into the Umbra.
You guys don't, Twice especially doesn't smell any differences. No noticeable change yet.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he refuses to pick up a second time.
You're gonna call his name again, or are you guys gonna do
No.
something else before you do
No.
that?
But what do you think? Haunted house or Tunnel of Love?
Haunted house has more hidey places. Typically, one would think.
Sounds
Yeah.
reasonable. Let's check it out.
Okay.
So, the next part then. There's security there. So, you guys gonna try to sneak around, or are you just gonna try to kill them all quickly?
I will try to use Scent of the True Form to see if it's ghoulish security or not.
Go ahead and make the roll.
Three successes. So I believe 2 is the threshold for vampires. I don't know how that would apply to ghouls, if it would.
One of them has a faint smell of a vampire attached to them, but they do appear to be breathing, so probably a ghoul. But there's 2 other guards outside at the moment. And they appear to be human because they don't smell.
Okay, so there's a total of 3.
Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them's a ghoul at least. The other 2, sure.
All right. You want to wait here, see if I can bait a couple of them over? Divide and conquer. Less noise we make right in front of the door, the less likely we are to have a prepared welcome waiting for us.
Sounds good to me.
You up for a little rip and tear, JB?
Always.
All right. I'll be back. Muss my hair in the rain, open my jacket, and start staggering over, doing the stupid, holding my hand above my forehead as though that's going to keep the rain off. And walking out bold as you please towards the haunted house. Hello? Somebody there?
Appearance performance.
Bet.
To be clear, out of character, is the plan for us to be shifted and waiting for you to send them our way?
However you wish to dispatch them when they get there, I leave in your capable hands.
Weiss will be remaining in Hamid.
JB is gonna shift Krynos. I'm just gonna spend rage.
Okay.
2 successes.
Yeah, I'm here, and you see one of them kind of like start making their way towards you.
Hey, yeah, listen, you gotta help me. As the guard gets to me, I grab sort of the front of their jacket. You gotta listen. There's some things. Looked like they were traveling with these big dogs. They were bringing this. Who brings Molotov cocktails out in the rain? It was crazy. I don't know what to do with these people, but they were on my car and I couldn't get away.
I'm gonna need to make a roll.
Manipulation plus subterfuge, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you do that. I'm gonna roll against it.
Suppose I should ask, does the guard think I'm pretty?
No. Right now, I think they think you're really weird.
Fair. That's fair.
But is it pretty weird?
No. How many successes did you get?
2.
Listen, man, I'm sure we would have heard something about Molotov cocktails or big dogs.
They said they were going to come in to burn down the park. It was crazy talk. Something about like they were looking for a prince of somebody. They were nuts.
You sound nuts. Sorry. Look, this is a abandoned park. We're just hired by another private security company to keep kids out of these places, okay?
Oh, that's good. You should definitely keep children out of here. After all, there might be gunplay. And I pull my gun and I put it in his gut, facing him and keeping him between me and the other guards. Move and I'll kill you.
Not surprised.
Now, we don't want to kill anybody, but I will kill you right here and now if you don't call to your friends and say, come with us. We're going to put you away. You're not going to die, but you're not going to stay here. This offer has about click, 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 3 seconds.
You have a silencer on that thing?
Nope. I promise you that won't be your concern.
No, it's not. My friends, however,
Are going to try and shoot me in the rain?
Yeah.
Either way, they come running.
Oh,
You want to talk about it with St. Peter, or do you want to talk about it with them tomorrow? Last chance.
Can you roll manipulation and intimidation now?
I sure can. I can't get away from these ones. I'm going to re-roll the ones. There we go. Four successes.
All right. Fine.
Make it good.
You're gonna want to put your gun away. It's a little bit obvious. I mean, rain's heavy, but
It's dark and it's raining.
just lower it. They'll see it. Or at least one of them will. He always catches this shit.
Okay.
He's gonna then back up, turn around. He's gonna go over to his friends, and he's gonna say that he's gonna say something, and he's gonna bring his friends over to you. Yeah, this guy had seen something weird.
Come on.
Right next to the fence.
And I will start running.
They're gonna walk
Okay.
because they don't want to slip. But they do make their way over to the fence line.
Charley hears over Face Bear. On your signal, boss.
As I pass the point at which I left Twice Lived and JB, I count to 3 since they're walking and then go tag.
JB's leaping out of the darkness in full fucking Krynos form. She's aiming for the one that Twice said doesn't smell human.
Yeah, 2 of them go, oh shit, and drop their guns and start running. Another one then tries to raise. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay.
Now he's gonna have time to raise his weapon, but we'll see.
We're gonna go fight for the first attack. Bad at math. Sorry, guys. 7 with a difficulty 5. Hold on. Yeah, I'll burn another fucking willpower. Goddamn. Actually, no, that's still a hit. I'm not gonna burn the willpower. I'm just gonna hit him. So strength +1. That's 7 dice. Yeah.
You are. Let's see. You're from Krynos. You're fighting.
Yep. 7 aggravated dice. Difficulty 6. No botch. That's 3. I'm going to burn a rage for a second attack.
Cool.
7. Difficulty 5. Oh no, wait. This is not also a bite. We're gonna do claws. Three. That's 9 dice. Difficulty 6. No botch. For 4. 7,
Yeah, I mean,
seven
this
ag
is
in
all-
total?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a ghoul. They can't soak because they don't have fortitude. So yeah, you murderize this fool.
It's deaded.
Deaded.
Yeah, JB leaps out of the darkness. The two go running. She comes down on this one, bites into its neck, kind of picks it up in the air and shakes it like a dog with a treat, with a toy, and then rakes its guts with her claws, and then she spits it all out.
I did say they look dangerous.
And as Twice watches the two run away, he'll just say, I did say the two of them seemed to be human.
Yeah. By the time they're done running, they'll remember something coming out of the darkness at them. Let's go see what's in the haunted house.
Yeah.
And Twice will start moving with everybody.
Same.
All right. You guys do make your way in. As far as you know right now, there's power in the building. It does seem to be a bit low powered though, as if it's being split between 3 different areas, which it is. It does seem to be kind of like this standard haunted house. There's places to be jumped out at. There's jump scares. And as you guys are going through, do come across one tilting floor or like room, and so it feels kind of weird. It's this very weird like thing you're doing when you're walking across. And then can I get a perception and alertness from everybody at Diff 7 as you guys are walking past another section, which is kind of like themed around this kind of like ghoulish ghoulish in the more Halloween terms, ghoulish zombies and dead beings, and everything seems decrepit. Okay.
Man, we're not gonna notice anything. Oh, thank God for Charley. 4 dice, 4 successes, baby.
This seems when you're going through this section, like it's slimy as you're walking through it. Like the other two don't really seem to like be picking up on it, but like it's slimy and has this feeling of like it like slimy leathery thing, and it's kind of like spread.
The hell is with the texture in here?
What do you mean?
I mean, all the other walls are just, you know, drywall with black paint on them. This is Ugh, not that.
Gee, you want me to kind of gesture at it?
You got your knives out. Cut this open for us?
Yeah. JB's gonna she's gonna do her best impression of Eyes and shove her hand into the wall. Grab and pull.
Okay. You do so, and as you pull, it kind of tears, and then, because it's kind of dark in here, specifically, with it, and it has a colored light too, it does seem to be that there is this black liquid now seeping from it.
You?
Yeah, JB takes a little step back. Does it look or smell like the slick, oily substance that comes off of the black spiral dancers?
You are in Krynos. No. I will. When you kind of like feel the thing in your hands, it is reminiscent of like a skin like texture.
Ugh. Like she's just shaking her big ass Krynos paw out. Ew. Gross. I mean, does it seem like whatever this thing is, like, reacted to me putting my hand through it?
Not right now.
All right, well.
Go around, see if we can find the other side. Because it feels like skin.
Are you gonna... Is anyone gonna investigate the liquid further?
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I should do that. I was so caught up in that you have flesh under your fingernails that I forgot about I forgot about what came out of it.
I'll take perception investigation from anybody who wants to roll it. We'll do this at diff 5 for JB and standard for the rest, as JB was one who has had more intimate feeling, more,
Ugh.
has touched it. You've touched it.
Can I advocate for wits plus investigation just to figure stuff out?
I will allow you to actually add 2 dice from your vampire lore.
Okay.
Alrighty. Roll now, 2.
You said difficulty 5 for me?
Yes, 5 for you.
Would this be considered a group? No, it wouldn't be.
Rough.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the dice don't like me today. I've rolled more ones today than I think I've rolled all fucking season.
Yeah. So the 2 boys, you guys recognize, like, you touch it, you bring it up to your noses, it smells of iron. And then Charley has this click in his head of a story he once heard from an elder, one who almost did a very similar position to what you were doing in your company, about leeches that could bend and shape flesh in humans, sometimes werewolves. They use it for experimentation, for creativity, for knowledge.
Shred it.
Okay.
It's either a leech or it's a leech's victim. I'll explain more later.
JB's gonna start ripping and tearing.
Yeah, and as you do, I mean, there's flesh under your nails. It's also you kind of hear this. Now you hear like a proper creak in the haunted house too.
I'm gonna keep going until whatever it is seems like it's not alive anymore.
Oh yeah, that after like the creak comes after the it seems to be not alive part. It's kind of hard to tell, but you're pretty sure it's dead after a certain amount of time.
I'm going to spend a point of rage to go into Krynos form.
Cool.
I know I spent the day covered in blood, but this is so gross.
I'm going to spend a willpower point for Fangs of Judgment, but for the moment, I will be staying in Hamid form.
Okay.
Do we keep going?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
The fact that that didn't attack us means it was put here. It probably was a person once upon a time.
Gross.
Expect more.
Could I have, before I shifted to Krynos, given twice my swag of magpie bag? Because it's got all the Molotov cocktails in it, just in case. So
Technically, yes, but he doesn't have access to it in the way that you do.
Oh, fair. All right, well, he's carrying it, and I'll be the one to open it if we need it, so.
Yeah, it'll shape to your, like, to the size of your hands.
And twice would have drawn the clave as well, as they're going through the haunted house.
Okay. You guys continue going through, and this haunted house seems to just drag on. Like, whoever made this is just going like, I just want to throw in all my fucked up ideas. And you guys you guys go through like a few more rooms of zombies, of fuck, I forgot the name of the movie. Nosferatu, like vampires like Nosferatu, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You see like this animatronic witch like brewing over a cauldron, and it like there's light coming out of the cauldron, and you kind of like hear this like gas trying to be like pushed up and out or something. You aren't really certain. It does appear that like when this was supposed to be like fully functional, you know, smoke would billow over or like bubble and have that whole effect. And then you guys come to another room. You guys have to physically open the door to that, and it's almost pitch black in there. You do see a glow-in-the-dark light switch right next to you.
Before I turn on the light, I'm going to go ahead and spend a gnosis point and turn my eyes to infrared.
Okay. There is two warm bodies here and one blank body.
Over face bear, and so he'll say out loud, I'm not sure there's anything in here. And over face bear, he will say, there is a leech and two humans in here. Don't know if they're guards, prisoners, or what, but I have a feeling If I hit the light, we're gonna find out.
Before I forget as well, they do the right arms on the humans are kind of like shaped into like they have like a pointed edge, and it does seem to be like the hand is molded together and then given like, and then the bone pulled out and like sharpened into a blade.
Okay, retcon. I have a leech and 2 monsters it has made.
Which one's the leech?
It's
left
in there.
Yeah, but as I'm looking at like left, right, or center, as I'm looking at these 3.
Right.
There
GB
is
just wants to know which one to jump at when the lights come on.
left.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the one on the left.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn as though I'm going to leave. I'm going in because I can see them twice. Hit the lights. Count to 2. Hit the lights. Well, guys, I think we can. And they will turn around.
Assuming that the lights come on, JB's jumping at the leech.
Yep, I'll flip the lights.
All right. So I'm gonna have everybody roll their initiative. Make sure to remember what form you're in.
It's Dex.
Take some bits.
All right. We'll resolve your guys' surprise attacks first.
Okay.
So we'll start with twice lived.
Ready? I will be jumping at one of the mutated, weird monstrosity creation. Five success.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Jesus.
5 aggravated.
Okay.
Fucking get, man. I can't.
You said one of the ghouls, right?
Yeah, one of the ghouls. And it's 5 aggravated for them because it's with the clave.
Next we are going to go to Charley.
Charley is going with JB on the leech, and we're gonna open up. I'm just gonna bite its head. Specialties, so just go.
Well, at least you hit.
Yeah. I don't think I've done a straight roll tonight that didn't have 2 1s on it. Besides that, 4 dice, 4 successes.
The one saving grace.
Okay, so that's 8, 6, no much. But he can eat 6
Damn.
ag.
This was to who?
Does it? What I presume is a Zamisi vampire. Yeah, the leech.
They only get 1. Okay, great. They take 5 ag.
And I'm gonna leave. Since JB's coming in on this one, that's where I will leave him, but I will spend a rage point to attack the ghoul that that Twice has carved up with his clave, and he will get a claw. He's not going to have a good day.
No,
I mean,
no, he is not. He's probably going to die. I don't think he's going to have a day anymore.
Oh, he did. 6 successes.
Yep. And so, yeah, Charley on go leaps in, snaps his teeth. Essentially, he bites the Zamisi's face off, tears back, and just stretches out an arm to put his claws into the reeling and bloody ghoul and tear it up the back and through its spine.
This leaves us with JB.
Okay. Claw on the vamp. Fire. No.
Should be 9 dice. Or
Yeah.
10, sorry.
Sorry, I was counting.
So, no, fuck me, I can't even do that. 11. Claws do +2. I gotta remember this.
Oh my.
Oh man.
There isn't much left of him to begin with.
Hope he packed an extra body worth of health levels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't.
That's
Only
7
the one
successes.
fortitude, so.
7 successes. So JB comes down on him, on what's left of him.
It's ripped open.
Yeah,
viscerally.
and literally just claw, like, grabs
His body
both
begins
sides.
to decay at a sort of rapid rate.
Okay.
Which leaves us with only one left. Who doesn't even get to act yet because it's going to be twice Charley.
Okay. I will split my actions and attack him twice.
You probably don't even need to do that if I'm going to be honest.
Alrighty.
Wolves can't really soak aggravated damage, so.
Fair. As long as I hit twice, I guess he'd pretty much be guaranteed dead. I'll just roll the attacks first real quick. So I did hit both times. Do you want me to? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
He ain't dead yet. I mean, you haven't rolled your damage. Presumably, when you do roll your damage, he is going to die, but we'll find out.
Last time you said that, I was rolling like 19 dice, and I got so many ones. All right, 4 successes on the first damage, and on the second. So that's going to be 6 damage.
Still up and kicking. Barely, but he's there.
Now for long, it's Charlie's turn.
Yeah. All Charley has to do is hit. I'm not going to make him roll to do damage.
Go swipe him with a claw.
Describe how you want to kill him.
After he gets cut up by the clave, as he staggers backwards, just push my claws through him. So it looks like he has little nail piercings in his chest because my claws poke out the front.
Nice, very nice. You guys leave the bloody corpses in the room because it's an abandoned music park. Because why are police going to be here?
Now you can turn on the light. Well, we did turn on the light, so take a look around. Something's layering here.
I mean, there's nothing really special about it other than these humans were modified, possibly even tortured, into getting these body modifications, presumably by the leech.
Yeah.
Which, out of character, is a Zemitzi, so, you know.
Continue on to the next room, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm finished rousting out the area. Make sure it is leech free.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, this is kind of an empty haunted house now. It's nothing really of note, other than, you know, that being that got tortured and got turned into just a set piece.
Tunnel of Love now, I suppose.
Yeah. We'll get on Face Bear. Eyes, Tiye, how y'all doing?
Having fun.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun, but we're here. How are you
Okay.
guys doing?
We're not dead yet. We're headed down the Tunnel of Love, though.
Well,
All
make
three of us.
love, not war, I guess, right?
Chaperoning.
We were in the House of Mirrors. Going further in now.
You guys are probably in the lower part of it now, just given where we were.
Gotcha.
Yep.
As for the other group, yeah, you guys go into the Tunnel of Love. It's kind of contrary to like what most movie tropes say. This one actually isn't really kind of like the log flume kind of thing. This is specifically a rail cart on tracks, and this is kind of like this dark. It's kind of this like dark red almost thematic thing, but definitely about love, and it's purposely not lit very well to kind of, at the time that it was built, is to kind of like give this more public way of showing affection without it being inappropriate. So whether you guys do decide to actually use one of the rail carts and go down or not is up to you.
I'm pro walking.
Yeah. Two of us are in Krynos form. I don't know that we'll fit.
You can change to Hamid for free. All of you could.
Yeah, but then we'd have to spend rage to go back, and that just sounds like...
Yeah.
Bear did say he wanted us to be efficient.
Yep. If the tunnel is low, I will go on all fours.
Same.
It is not that low. There's actually bits on the side with doors as well. Well, there's only a few doors, but it's kind of these like, there's mirrors on the side, and it's kind of these like more affectionate things. They do seem very outdated, but they're like affectionate things up, like kind of on the ceiling, drooping down on the sides, like fake rose bushes, mirrors to like look at your guys, look at yourself smiling and be lovey, cuddly, and all that crap. But eventually you guys keep going, and whether you guys decide to investigate a door or not.
Sure.
Okay. If you guys do, you guys then see the first one that you try is kind of this like basic. It just has like wires and like wire cutters, strippers, like a quick little soldering kit that you can plug in, or that like has a like loop generator attached to it, for any like quick light fixes and whatnot that need to be made. The second door you try has more of the rail engineering equipment to like make sure that the rails are good and be able to like be used. And all this equipment looks decayed. The door number 3. It looks fine until suddenly the world goes dark and black around all of you, and your sense of hearing dampens, and it feels, it's kind of like that strange thing where you go into like that when you go into a soundproof room, and you have to like adjust, and it's like that.
My infrared picking up anything?
No.
Okay.
It's actually it's black. It's
okay.
Like everything is black for everybody.
Can I attempt send to the true form to see if I can smell them through this?
Sure. I need you to do it at an increased difficulty, though.
Sounds good.
With how dark it is, JB is, I think, going to reach out to the last place she saw Charley and Twice, just to kind of put a hand on their shoulders if she can, make sure that she knows where they are.
All right.
What difficulty would it be?
Just +1 of whatever the normal one is, which I think normally it's 7, so I need a difficulty 8.
Gotcha. It actually doesn't say the normal difficulty, so I've been rolling it as standard since it didn't.
We'll do 7 then. We'll do 7 then.
Oh, okie dokie. 3 successes, so 2 would be... 2 is the vampire detect. Threshold.
There is a vampire nearby. It's kind of hard to place where it is, but it's here. And as you guys do so,
everybody back up, back to back.
We'll do so.
Oh, that's why it's doing it, because I'm used to doing the bulk now. That's why. Okay. There we go. Wow, shit. That's shit. Roll a 1. Or 8. Okay. All right, and I'm going to have a reroll everybody's. All right. Oh, or improved mine by 2. Lovely. Unfortunately for you guys, it is going to pull a surprise round first. I'm going to have all of you make a dexterity athletics roll for me. And this is going to be at difficulty 8. As you feel something cold and strange wrap itself around you. All of you. It's going to, like, all of you are feeling this sensation.
I am burning a willpower. Three.
2 successes.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want a 70. I don't want the difficulty to be 70. That's an unachievable number. What the fuck?
3, 2, 1. Wow.
Okay. We're just gonna do this in the way that was rolled from your guys' thing. Only Charley is grabbed.
Okay.
Successfully. The rest of you are able to like throw it off. You guys cannot see what is happening. Charley, you were grabbed and now being constricted.
Okay.
Also, you will have to roll strength and athletics to break out of it.
Are my arms pinned?
Yes.
Is my mouth closed?
No.
Okay.
But hearing you, everybody's hearing is like it's soundproofed, so no one can hear anything either.
That's fine.
We're gonna go to JB. For the purposes of everything, we're gonna lay this out as a rule for everybody right now. Your stamina is reduced by 2 points right now, and everything that you're gonna do is considered blind fighting, so it's all at +2 difficulties.
Okay. Can I peer into the Umbra?
Sure.
Because I can see shit much clearer over there than I can here right now.
Yes. Go ahead and make a roll for me.
I would like, yeah. What's my gauntlet?
It is difficulty 8 right now as well. So diff 6 with shades.
Diff 6. Excellent. 4 successes.
Perfect.
Eat it, you Lasombra bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, it is definitely still dark there, but you do have a better way of seeing. I think we'll reduce yours by have yours go down to -1. You were still at the -2 for stamina.
Okay.
So your difficulties for most things are still going to be raised by 1, which I think is normal for peering into the Umbra and trying to do other stuff.
Do I have any idea, looking through the Umbra, where any of the things that might be in this room are, so that I know what I'm attacking?
You see... Oh, I don't know if they'd show up in the Umbra. You see Charley looking like he's being restricted by something. It doesn't appear that they have... Whatever's grabbing him has had time to be, like, solidified into the Umbra by the Weaver. You do look around behind you, and you don't see anything yet.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm gonna try and deal with whatever's grabbing Charley. It's the only thing I know where it is.
Yeah.
So we'll do claws on whatever the fuck is trying to grab Charley. Dex plus brawl at difficulty 7 because of the... Or am I at negative dice? I'm sorry. Negative dice or additional difficulty?
It's additional difficulty, so it's 7.
Cool.
I realized I kind of fucked what I was saying up about that, but yes,
it's all good. That's why I asked. Still hit. Okay. Maybe it's not thrilled. So 6 plus 2 plus 2, so 10.
Yeah. You're in Krynos.
Yeah, my strength in Krynos is 6.
7.
6.
Oh. Fuck me, I've been looking at Charlie's sheet. Yes, it'd be 10.
Okay. And no botch. 3 successes.
Okay.
Does it seem like he's released, or do I need to burn rage?
You would need to burn rage for this.
Okay. Then I will do that. Do the same thing again. Full 7. 7. Alright. Full of 8. Difficulty 6. No botch. 4.
Charley, you are now dropped to the ground with a thud.
That's my turn.
Nobody can see. Nobody can really hear. the vibration is felt when Charley falls to the ground.
Can we at least feel each other's backs? Since we're standing back to back? Okay.
Yeah, if you want to like pull, I will allow you to kind of like pull him up and like put him next to you, and then also grab twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
All right. However, it is also twice live turn.
And twice is going to. I'm going to roll to shift into. Krinos.
Yeah.
And it is stamina and primal urge, I believe.
Yes, but your stamina is at -2 points.
Got it. I will spend a willpower.
Does that reduce anybody to 0 at the moment?
Me.
No.
No, it doesn't. Twice lived. No, it does not. It doesn't reduce your stamina to 0. Are you saying that it reduces? Oh, not you. Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was about to be worried that you were saying you were going down to 0 willpower because that's got other stuff attached to it.
No. I am spending willpower though. Yeah, I'm able to shift.
Perfect. Is that going to be your turn for now?
And then he'll say over Face Bear, whichever cardinal direction is the general direction of where I could sort of scent it. Also, we need to start moving that way. We're sitting ducks in here.
Outside of the door?
The one that we came through to get in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the opposite direction.
Okie dokie. He will wait for final save from Charley, though, before he actually starts moving. So that'll be my turn.
All right. Does go to Charley, though.
Okay. Charley says, all right, follow me. I'm going to try and bring it to us. I bet it can hear. So I'm going to go back in the direction we came. And then I'm going to use Call of the Worm. I'm going to spend I'm going to spend a rage point to go to Glabro, though.
Does Call of Worm require Gnosis?
It does not.
Okay.
I drop to beefy human form. I roll manipulation and performance, and our shady buddy rolls willpower. Both diff 7. I will spend a willpower on this roll. Three successes. Unless seductive or singing applies, which somehow I doubt.
No. What's the difficulty that they're rolling against?
7.
7. What exactly happens if they match what you have?
Typically,
nothing.
ties go to the. Oh, okay.
No, if the worm creature loses the contest, it must come to the source of the call.
It does not.
Okay. Then I move, I howl, I'm done.
Okay. Alright, so all these bitches are not going to reach out towards you guys again.
Are we all doing dex athletics again?
Ooh, that's a rough one. Okay. so ignore the 1 out of 6. It needs to be out of 7. So I will have everybody roll their Dex Athletics again. For now, I would say spacing wise, I would say whoever was the last person to kind of like leave the room as you guys were kind of all like stuck together. Whoever is the last person to leave the room is still affected by the -2 with the blind fighting. Or -1 in JB's case.
Yeah, I was the first one to...
Plus 1 difficulty. I know what I mean.
I was the first one to go, so I'm happy to have JB be the last one in the room.
Consensus from everybody else.
Sure. Charley started moving on his turn, which means actually it would make more sense for Twice to be the last one out, just because you'd be going before me, JB.
Okay.
So marching order: Charley, JB, Twice lived.
And
okay.
we're still at our negatives for the Dex Athletics. Or increased difficulties.
You will be at an increased difficulty because you were still peering into the Umbra. Charley is not. Twice lived is at the +2 difficulty.
Okey-dokey. Oof. No successes.
Okay. You're grabbed. Charley is not. JB is also grabbed. And Charley can see out of the like kind of like bizarrely pitch black room, 5 tentacles reach out and try to like grab at you guys, and you see 2 of them yank back into the room, JB and Twice lived. This time it is also going to squeeze you guys. Or sorry, not 5. It should have been 4, but point still stands. Of course, these tentacles are freaking strong, so don't expect them to do any damage. All right, go ahead and roll your stamina, both of you. So they're gonna like try and squeeze you.
I soak.
Yep. And this is all bashing too, so even if you don't, you're gonna regenerate it.
All anybody hears over face is motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. So they're grabbed back. Now with your infrared, Charley, you can see that the hint of like the faintest hint of like humanoid outline in the shadows, and it's only at a slighter like warmth point than the like rest of the shadows because the room temperature is just a bit warmer than where the shadows are. And that's it. That is the only reason why you're able to kind of see. However, this does then bring us back to... this does bring us back to... freaking hell. JB, there we go.
My arms are pinned, I assume?
Yes, you can roll your strength and athletics to break out of it.
Could I just bite at it?
Sure. you kind of have to like bend down. It's a bit awkward. I'm going to increase your difficulty for this.
Oh, well then I'll just do strength athletics. That's fine.
So...
Am I at the increased difficulty for just trying to break out because of my Umbra thing, or?
I would say no. This is kind of a reflexive.
Okay. 6 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motherfucker that she hits the ground. And then was that my turn, or is that just a chance to get away before I can actually act?
That was your chance to get away before you can actually act.
And I see that Twice is all tangled up in something.
Yeah, you can't really tell what it is.
I can't tell what it is, but I can tell that he's weird.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going after that then.
Because the somber bitches are fucking weird.
The somber bitches.
It's gonna be our new merch.
Those La Sombra bitches. 7, difficulty 7. 4 successes.
Beautiful.
So 3 plus 6 plus 2. So 11. 6. No botch. 7 successes?
Yeah, it's gone. You're like 3 over what you needed to do to kill it.
Can I grab his hand and start running towards the door? Because with me looking into the Umbra, I should know where the walls are.
Yes, you could do that.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Twice's hand and be like, "Come with me if you want to live," and then run for the door. And that's it. JB's lame attempt at a joke.
Better than most. However, it is now Twice Liz's turn.
I would like to live, so I'm going to follow her. And once I can actually see with my eyes again, I do have wolf sight, so I'd be keeping an eye out for whatever's caused this.
Okay. Yeah, it's... Yeah, you can start leading the way to it. And that's just kind of gonna be your turn. You're gonna be like pretty darn close to it, and it's gonna start stinking pretty bad. But
sounds good.
Yeah. Then I'm assuming Charley is gonna follow up as well. But he has a little bit more room to actually do an attack.
Yeah, I will spend a rage to go back to Krynos, close the distance, and I'm just biting vampire faces today.
All right.
Oh my.
Holy shit. 7 dice, 7 successes, baby.
See, you just needed to be in combat to actually not roll 2 1s.
Apparently. So that is going to be 8 plus 6, 14 dice of damage.
Oh, 11 successes on 14 dice. Shit.
Even if I were to roll the fortitude, they would still not be able to, like, even if I do roll the fortitude, they would still not live. They just don't have enough to even fake it.
Out of the darkness they produced, jaws erupt, snap down around their head, and crush.
Yeah. And you guys are cleared of initiative in combat. As you guys do investigate the room, which just appears to be like a simple security booth. And you see this vaguely sticky substance on the ground now. JB would see it. It would recognize or kind of like point out, it's like, hey, this is where I killed that thing and that thing. And it just left that like kind of like weird slime. Not like the slimy flesh of the human in the haunted house. This is kind of otherworldly, possibly Oblivion-esque slime.
Ew.
Because JB would know it as Oblivion.
Well, gross. All right. Is there anything worth looking at in the room? I know you said it was small, so.
It's a security camera. It's a security booth. It has a tunnel of the haunted house. Then it has the House of Mirrors. And if you do roll back the footage on the House of Mirrors, you do see the coterie and you see your other two packmates killing some ghouls that came up, and they had a bit of difficulty, so they had like smash mirrors. And then it appears that Tiye found a kind of like hidden way down, and that's kind of when you lose track of them. This was about probably an hour ago while you guys were like wrapping up your investigation at the haunted house. But if you do check outside now, would see them. You'd see like the faintest outline of them on the other side of the fence line if you decided that you wanted to join them now.
It looks like they're out and we're done here.
Charley will splash some water into his mouth, rinse the La Sombra out.
Yeah, JB's just going out in the rain in full Krynos to try and rinse some of the ick out of her fur before she shifts back.
And then we will rejoin our companions.
All right, and you do so. They look to be covered in blood and a bit of ash. And specifically, their mouths are covered in blood.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I may have eaten something.
What?
Boss of the leeches. His heart.
He'll look over to Tiye.
We may have gotten carried away.
JB drops back to Hamid. You did fucking what?
Weiss will drop to Hamid. You ate his taint?
I mean, I didn't. Well.
Charley will drop to Hamid. You ate worm-tainted human flesh.
Dead human flesh.
Weiss's eye is just twitching.
This is no longer my decision to make. Everyone back in the Winnebago. Leave Twice alone while he thinks. Unless he asks you a question, then you answer it.
Understood.
Yes, boss.
What is Twice gonna do?
Weiss doesn't move at first because he's just kind of staring, dumbfounded at both of them. Yeah, like his eyes will follow Tiye if she moves towards the RV. Bad enough that I suggested we speak. to the abomination. This?
She just looks back. She doesn't say a word. She just looks. Just looks. That's it.
It's not the worst of it.
Oh, then we better hear the worst of it.
Did worse?
Well, not really bad, but a little bad. The leader of the leeches that you're familiar with, the one that screams, she's trying to distract us or invite us, I'm not sure. But her blood is in my nose.
I swear to God, twice. Sometimes I want to drag you into the Umbra and leave you in the darkest fucking corner. JB just walks towards the RV, throws up her hands.
Ty's head just rotates towards him and looks and goes, ew.
Eyes. Both. Get in the RV.
Yes, Bob.
JB,
Yeah,
familiar with the cleansing rite?
I am.
We're gonna need to perform it.
Yeah, we'll do it at the house. We're not doing it here.
I need a toothbrush for my nose. Please.
You need to get back into Hamid for me. Get in the fucking RV twice. Or Eyes. Sorry.
All y'all go. I need to talk to Twice for a second.
And Eyes will load up after using just going down to Hamid. Stamina.
I just keeps looking at him and kind of like narrowing her eyes like she's trying to look up his nose as he's walking near her.
He flares his nostrils and tries to breathe some of it out.
Ty sidesteps to not get rained on because she's shorter than he is.
And Twice is waiting for Charley because he hasn't moved towards the RV yet.
Charley will turn to Twice. You okay?
I am doing my best to not be furious.
It's okay to be furious. They fucked up. We also have the most serious fight of our lives tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
So, you're the judge. I'll listen to you. But just between us, if we could give them a proper punishment, say the day after tomorrow.
Well, you did say we've got the fight of our lives coming up.
Yep.
I think Voice of the Jackal sounds appropriate right now. And if they survive, they'll get their true voices back. It's going to be a hell of a quest to complete. But I'll leave that up to your call.
Make them into yipping dogs in front of everybody else, since everybody's going to be there. I knew there was a reason I liked you. Come on.
And he'll mark a little bit of that and follow him into the RV.
Our Philodux has made his decision. You will submit to him in the morning after Ty finishes greeting the sun.
Yes, boss.
And we'll do a rite of cleansing before we go to bed.
Thank you.
No, we did. We did the next night, didn't we? All right. Well, now that I have a schedule set of things that need to happen, we will see you all next week.